Hey, 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 hey. What's going on, YouTube? This your girl, Dr. Yvonne. Mm. Hey. All right, good evening. Good evening. This is your girl, Dr. Yvonne, with Teacher Talk Tuesday with another story about education and what's going on in the education world. Y'all forgive me, my hair it's been rough. But yes, the topic today is power tripping. Well, when I tell you people are power tripping in the educational system, and it's not just so much all people, but our people. We still have this issue with having a little bit of power and letting it go to our heads and wanting to degrade or downplay our own. I've been teaching for over 21 years, and I still have a problem with people who look like me in administration who are either yasses, masses, flunkies, or they're intimidated by another person of color where they feel like they have to degrade you or downplay you to make themselves look good or to make themselves feel better about the position that they're in. It is really disheartening to have to be a part of that situation in 2020. I dealt with that in Illinois back in 2001 when I started teaching, and in 2004, 5, 6, yeah, I understood it. But now it's like, when are we going to come together as a people to work together and to build one another in the educational system instead of trying to tear each other down? Um, so many times I have people coming at me because I have doctor in front of my name and I'm not an administrator. To be honest, I don't want to be one because I can't jump through hoops. I'm not the type of person that's going to jump through hoops just to keep a position or just to keep a job. And I actually had a situation where I feel like my job was threatened because I made a comment about something. They want us to go back to school, and it was said that we can social distance by being 3 feet apart. Who? How is that safe? And it came down, and everyone in the chat, everyone was talking about it and going there and dealing with it and not happy and what wasn't trying to feel it. And they kept saying, CDC says 6 feet. They kept posting clips from the CDC's website saying it says 6 feet. So where are we getting 3 feet from? Well, and I asked the question, why are we putting ourselves in harm's way by social distancing and saying 3 feet is good enough when we're putting ourselves in danger? And one administrator came back and said it wasn't our choice, it came from the district. And I replied, I don't care where the directive came from, it's still not a safe environment. She got offended and said I was being disrespectful and I wasn't respecting her as a colleague, and actually wrote me up. Okay, wrote me up because she said I was being disrespectful. And what I referred to her was, and I responded. And my response was, it amazes me that instead of you taking your position of authority and coming to me and talking to me about it, you took your position and wrote me up and put this in my file as a first offense. There was no warning. We've never had an encounter. This is her first year at the district, at our school. I've just been there since January. So where does the legal form come in? And then it was like, well, if you have a problem with it, maybe we need to talk before October 12th when the teachers come back. So you threatening my job now? So I replied, to me, that sounds like professional bullying because you said what you had to say, but you don't want to hear me out. I have a right to rebuttal any write-up that comes into my file. And if you do not want to give me that privilege, now you're trying to silence me. And I have a problem with that. I have a problem with that. I have a problem with people in positions who want to push their positions and power trip because you power tripping because you got a little bit of power. They gave you a little bit of authority, and now you want to power trip with me. I'm not a threat to you. I don't know why you feel threatened by me, but I'm not a threat to you. We're supposed to be here working together to be able to bring education to our students in a manner that's conducive and satisfactory and safe for our students. And because you don't like the way I said something, you said it was directed towards you. No, if that was the case, then you should have wrote up everybody else in the thread. So why are you just singling me out? I just want to know when you don't even know me. You didn't understand where I was coming from. Evidently, you didn't even take the time to even try to understand where I was coming from. And like I said, and I told her in the rebuttal, I don't care if the directive came directly from the President of the United States. My response would have still been the same. It's not a safe environment. You mean to tell me that you're telling us now that we're going from having 9 students in a room to social distance to now, because it's 3 feet, we can have anywhere from 18 to 28 kids in a classroom? That is not a safe environment. But then how am I supposed to walk around and help the students if they need help if I'm supposed to stay 3 feet away? Come on. I understand. I understand that the social distancing and, well, not even the social distancing, I understand that the technology and doing the remote learning is not getting you the funds that you need to keep your building open. A lot of schools are not getting the funding that they need by having kids going to school remotely because TEA is threatening to take funds away because students are not coming to school. Students are not logging in remotely and getting their education. So states are not wanting to fund schools where students are not participating. I get it. But how is it helping students or families by putting their kids in a place, in a position to get them sick, and then they're not going to be there anyway? So the thing is that the count has to be in or up by October 30th so we can get funding. Most schools, it's October, it's mid-October, maybe the end of October, you have October count that's due. In some schools, I know they did it in Illinois, they did it in Colorado, they've done it in every district that I've worked in. And now, of course, we're doing it here. And it is based on your funding. Your student count and your student enrollment is based on the funding that you receive. I get it. But at what point are we going to say students' lives matter? Teachers' lives matter before we continue to say, well, we're just going to have them all come to school just so we could get the funding. And it's not like y'all paying y'all teachers anything. Teachers here don't get paid a whole lot. Trust me. I know. I've been in districts where I've made quite a bit more than what I make here. So it's not even about the money for the teachers. It's just about money for the district. The students aren't benefiting from it. The teachers aren't benefiting from it. What are we in such a hurry for to get the students back in the building? Why? So they can be sick and be out again? So everyone can come in and get infected and then you be shut down again? And then you say if there's a case where there is a positive case in the building, we'll be shut down for 5 days for cleaning. What happened to the 14-day quarantine if you're exposed? Now it's just 5 days to clean. There's a lot of things that just don't sit right. So yes, I know I have God. I do. And I'm gonna be praying and I'll be anointing my room. I'll be anointing everything that I touch when I go in the building. Since I didn't get picked to do the remote teaching, I have to go in the building now. That's not the issue. The issue is the administrators. We're all in a situation where we've never been there before. We're all upset. We're all excited. We're all, fumbling around trying to figure out what's going on. So if you have staff members that have concerns and they really have concerns about it, who are you and why would you take it upon yourself just because you have a little power to write somebody up because of their words, because of your perception of what they said and how you perceived it? Because, like I said, if we had been face to face, I would have told you the same thing. You may have perceived it a little differently because it was face to face. But when you read words on a screen and you see all this other negative stuff running around, oh, I'm gonna pick this one. This is the one I'm gonna jump on. This is the one I'm gonna deal with. Really? So you screenshotting everything and you calling people out. Be careful. Be careful who you call out, especially when you don't know as much as you think you do. Stop power tripping. Just because you got a title, you want a power trip. Stop. Stop trying to throw your little power around and trying to get people fired and stuff. Then what you gonna do? Cause see, I'm gonna be all right. I'm gonna be all right because God knows where my heart is. He knows where my heart is. I love teaching, but I resigned once. I don't have a problem doing it again. I'm tired of people power tripping and trying to get stuff and act like you more than what you are. Deflate a little bit. Just deflate a little bit. You're not all that. Just because you have a title, be human. Be sensitive to the situation. Be sensitive to your coworkers instead of going and using the appraisal and the evaluation process and saying, oh, this is one of the things you have to do in professionalism is be respectful to your colleagues. I didn't disrespect you. Jump on. So you chose the wrong one. So just be careful. When God blesses you to be able to get to a position of authority, use your authority wisely. Stop trying to step on people because you've gotten somewhere that you think you've arrived. Stop trying to step on people because you feel like you are better than them. No, use it for good. Try to help somebody else. Give them what give and take. Learn your people. Get in the trenches with your people. Know what's going on with your people. Don't attack the people that's there to help you. Attack the people that's got your back. Because at the end of the day, it's the teachers that are the ones that are keeping the building together. It's overrated. And I chose to go back to the classroom. Why? Because I felt I could do a better job in the classroom working with the students than I could sitting in the office behind a desk taking orders from somebody who doesn't know what's going on in the class. So at the end of the day, stop power trip. Be human. Understand where your teachers are coming from. Learn how to have a conversation instead of power tripping and throwing your power around. Learn how to have a conversation. So at the end of the day, everybody can get along. Like D.L. Hughley say, can we all just get along? We're supposed to be here for the students. I don't get into my feelings when it comes to teachers and administrators. I'm not there to be your friend. I'm not there to like you. I'm not there to hold your hand. I'm not there to be your buddy. If I talk to you, it's a plus. My job is to teach. I'm there for the students. I'll do what I need to do to get along with everyone, to be cordial, but I don't have to be your best friend. I don't have to be your best buddy. I don't have to have a lunch with you. I don't have to sit down and hold your hand and have conversations about how my day went. Not gonna happen. Too many times when I first started teaching, I'd go in the teachers' lounge and try to hang out with teachers because I thought that's what teachers were supposed to do, hang out with each other. Until I got in there and I saw all they wanted to do was bash the students and talk about the students. I don't need that. I love my students. Some of them we all have flaws. We all had issues. We all have been in certain areas and certain places where we didn't always do what we needed to do. But I'm good at the end of the day. I'm good with my decisions and where it's going from here. Because I don't need a teaching job to talk about teachers. I've been doing this for 21 years. I can go on and talk about the things that go in the classroom, go on in the building, go on with administration, goes on with the parents and the students for a long time. I've seen quite a bit in 3 different states. I've seen quite a bit. So that's my soapbox for today. People who are power tripping, stop power tripping. Thank you for joining me. This has been your host, Dr. Yvonne Henderson with Teacher Talk Tuesday. And if you want to join me or get in touch with me, you can reach me at teachertalktuesday@gmail.com. That's TEACHERTALK, the number 2UESDAY@gmail.com. So if you want to be a part of this, if you want to join me one day on the live, just hit me up. Let me know. Or give me a call at 720-451-2541. And I'm sorry, 2540. Oh, listen to me, 2540. And also just know that Teacher Talk Tuesday Volume 1 is up for pre-order on Amazon.com. If you want to get your copy, please order your copy of Teacher Talk Tuesday Volume 1, your pre-order your copy of your ebook. It will be in print as well, but the ebook is up for pre-order right now, and it will be out in January. Yeah, I think it's in January. So just go to Amazon.com and look me up, Dr. Yvonne Henderson, on my author page, and you will see the pre-order for that information. All right, it was nice having you with me. Thank you for joining me for another episode of Teacher Talk Tuesday, and this has been your host, Dr. Yvonne Henderson. Good night.